Hi, my name is Randy. I'm a technical trainer for the Karcher Academy. Today we're going to be covering flow switches and how to troubleshoot them. So as you can see from a picture over here, here are the pieces of a flow switch. We've got the cylinder of a flow switch. Inside the cylinder, we have a magnet. On the side of the cylinder, or the flow switch itself, we've got a reed switch. That's the gray wire coming out of it. When water flow goes through the bottom of the flow switch, it pushes a magnet up. The two wires sitting in the reed switch, because of the magnetism, will close. When you have water flow that stops, letting go of the trigger, magnet drops to the bottom, the two wires separate. The wire, the reed switch, controls the fuel solenoid. So if this is closed, we've got fuel to the burner. If it's open, we don't have fuel to the burner. So symptoms, if you don't have a burner, you want to take a look at the flow switch, see if the reed switch is not working. Very big problem is we want to pay attention to, is the burner staying on when you let go of the trigger? When you do not have water flow going through the coil. If it stays closed, our burner is going to stay on. And with that water trapped in the coil, we're going to continue to heat it, turn it to steam. In a trapped vessel, steam is not good. So we could have a steam explosion and the unit could blow up. So it's definitely something you want to test. Let's go take a look on how to troubleshoot a flow switch. First thing we're going to want to do is find the reed switch wires. Those are usually located in the control panel, so let's open that up and see what we can find. Now that we have the control panel opened up, we need to find each wire for the reed switch. It's going to have two ends. Once we've found both of those ends, we're going to start the machine. Now I'm using a machine that has a 24 volt system on it, but you can have this on any machine, 120 volt, 220 volt. Voltage doesn't matter, but we'll continue testing with this 24 volt system. Before we test the flow switch and the reed switch, we're going to want to test to make sure we've got power going to the flow switch, to the reed switch itself. If we don't have power going to the reed switch, then we have to determine what the problem is prior to it. Once we determine we have power going to the reed switch, then we can continue testing the reed switch itself. So I'm going to check power, see if I have voltage. Okay, so we have power going into the reed switch, so now we have to determine if we have power coming out of the reed switch. So we're going to want to get water flow going through the machine. That should close the magnet. Now we should get closed reed switch, and we should have power coming out of the reed switch. If we don't have a power reading coming out of our reed switch, then we either have a problem with the reed switch itself, or we have a problem with water flow, or we have a stuck magnet. Now we need to test and see if the reed switch is staying closed with no water flow going through the machine. So shut the water flow off and do the same test, see if we've got power coming out of the reed switch. If we do, that is a problem. That reed switch is closed or the magnet is still stuck in the up position. If we do not have power with the reed switch open or water flow stopped, that is a good thing. All right, there you have it. Now you know how to troubleshoot a flow switch. You also know what it does. If you do have any questions, you can call technical support or give me a call at the Karcher Academy.